Hello and welcome, I'm DDF Racer and today I'm going to be trying out the Porsche 911 GT3 Cup series for the first time in iRacing. Apparently this is one of the most difficult cars to drive in iRacing, but you guys keep on recommending it in the comments, so I'm going to give it a go. It must be good, right? I've driven this car before in the likes of R Factor 2 and Race Room, and if there's one thing I've learned, it's that you need to be so smooth. Because the engine being in the back, as is pretty much standard with Porsches, it means that all of the weight and power is in the back too. It's fantastic in the traction zones and also being able to get rotation through the corners. But on corner entry, that rotation is kind of a double-edged sword, as this thing usually just wants to swap ends all the time, and it's a constant balancing act on the pedals. Is it the same in iRacing? Well, I'm about to go and find out at the Circuit of the Americas. This state-of-the-art racetrack has a little bit of everything from super long straights to tight corners, high-speed sweepers, technical multi-apex medium-speed corners, and pretty much everything in between. Now it's worth noting that with no traction control and no ABS to rely on with this car, it's a pure, raw driving experience that catches out even the best drivers. So you can imagine what someone like myself, a self-confessed, thoroughly average driver, might be feeling right now. To be honest, if I'm anywhere near the front of the pack today, I'll be incredibly happy. All I want to do is make it to the finish without embarrassing myself in spectacular fashion. I can do that, right?
That's the end of the session, E6.
Okay, there we go. You heard it from Mr. Spotter. We are starting in position 6. We are car number 8 in a 14-car field. And I honestly thought I would do a lot worse than that. I mean, to be fair, I am 2.5 seconds off the pace of the leaders, but it's pretty tight in the middle of the pack. So there's a few fast guys at the front, there's a few slow guys at the back, but in the middle, it looks pretty tight, so it might be a bit dicey. The car is an absolute handful. All I want to do is survive. All I want to do is make it to the end. So, nice and clean, nice and safe. It's good luck, basically. I'm going to need it.
13 laps. The air temp is 19 Celsius. Okay, Dan, are you ready? Watch for the lights. Green, green, green.
Very wide turn 1 here.
Left side.
Gently does it.
On your right, green wide. You're the left. Clear to the right.
Picked up the pieces there. Now we got some cold tires. And the tricky S section of the circuit. It's so easy to loop the car. I could see that coming a mile off. Just got to sit back and wait for it to happen. Whew.
Nice start, mate. Well done.
I wish I could have a heart monitor on right now. My heart is going mental. Oh, they're all over the place behind as well. They're battling side by side, so there's a decent gap. This is perfect. Cold brakes on lap 1 as well. Nice light apex. Launch it down the straight. Perfect. Okay, P4. I feel very high out of position here. If I stay in 4th position for the rest of these 13 laps, probably going to get a nosebleed. Oh, bit of a lock up there. Brakes are still cold. I can't get my words out. The most tricky section of the track now. It's so easy to loop it right here. And right here. It's kind of a horrible nowhere braking zone. You got to try and turn it in and just not lose the rear. And this, you got to be so patient. So many apexes, so much waiting. It does open up a little bit on the exit, but even here, if you put the power down too early, it will spin in 5th gear. No traction control. No ABS. And 1 lap with no incidents. Somehow. Whew. Calm down. Okay, let's calm down. Let's get into a rhythm. We're in a good little gap here. It's a very stiffly sprung little car, this. It likes to hippity-hoppity take those curbs as their property. Oh, no. Oh, you miss one apex in these S's. It screws you over for the rest of them. Not only because you're out of sequence, but because the amount of correction required to get the car back on track, the tyres get a little bit of temperature in them and it just struggles, it just slides, and it just feels pathetic, if I'm being honest with you. It looks so amateur. I'm taking a very wide line, very early on the brakes it feels like, but if I get on the brakes later than that, I know it's going to lock up, because that's what happened in practice, so that is kind of my braking point. Oh, we got a spinner!
Alright, Dan, the next car is Carol.
He's going to have heat in the tyres now. Old Carol up ahead of us. Bet he's popular at Christmas. Oh, it's so wiggly! If you guys have driven this car, you'll know exactly what I mean. But for those who haven't, it's a strange feeling car.
4-3.
It's like a pendulum. It's got so much weight, and once the slide starts, it's just so hard to get out of it. Oh, very early on the brakes there. Lost a stack of time. Now, I'm under no illusions that the guy ahead is a lot faster than me. Through here. Oh, he's going again. He's having another wobble. He's definitely got heat in the tyres. He's struggling. I was going to say, you kind of have to ever so gently slide the rear in, because obviously this is iRacing and slip angle is your enemy here. But you kind of have to over-rotate the rear and just get that sweet spot of a slide. Slow in, fast out. See if we can get a little bit of a slipstream.
Carol ahead is now 0.31.
The last thing we need is for him to hold us up, because the guys behind are catching. Very ginger on the brakes there. The guy behind looks like a dive bomber. He feels like a dive bomber. Ernest Bernaldo.
He's reeling you in. The gap is now 0.5.
He always gets significantly bigger in the mirror in the braking zone, so I'm going to have to keep an eye on him. I don't want to get Ezequiel'd again. Now that Nick's got it back under control up ahead.
The leader has just done a 209.03.
Oh, slidey boy. Yeah.
That lap time was 211.77. Good lap. That's your quickest today.
If that was my quickest, I really need to improve my game, because that was a shocker. This is so tense. I can feel the pressure big time. There's one line through here. And it feels so clumsy. Okay, we pulled a bit there, but we need to nail this hairpin onto the back straight. Oh, big slide. Can confirm did not nail it. He's only half a second back now. We're about 3 seconds behind Nick. There's some traffic up ahead. Someone's been lapped already. They must have had a few loopity-loop moments. So we're now on lap 4. What's he going to do on the brakes? He's just going to completely overshoot. Didn't take into account the slipstream and the extra top speed. Overshot his brakes, and that's one less behind to worry about. Matthias Hansen, the 9th, now behind us. That's a lot of Matthias Hansens. Either that's a very popular name or he's been banned 8 times. It's if I understand the way the naming system works. Whew! This feels kind of awkward because somehow I'm holding 4th at the moment.
Lap time.
I just don't know how. I do not. I shouldn't have the pace of 4th.
3 years, 0.9 off the pace.
Because you can see the gap to 3rd guy ahead he's pulling away. Whoa, this is nerve-wracking stuff. It might look slow to you, it might look calm and smooth, but it's like a duck on a pond. You know, you see the nice calm duck on top, and underneath the water, the feet are just going crazy to keep it afloat and keep it swimming. That's what this is like right now. Except you can actually see my feet and I'm not a duck. But you know what I mean. There's just so much work going on mentally, trying to second guess that rear end of that Porsche. Get the drive out.
Hansen is getting closer. The gap is now 0.7.
Thanks, mate. Very respectful back marker there. Braking is definitely my weak point in this car. Everyone's closing up so much in the braking zones. If they get close, I'm going to be an easy target for them. If they can get close. The trick is to focus on exits and focus on defense now, because we're not moving forward in this race. The only way is backwards, unless Nick decides to have another wobble up ahead of us again. But you can't base your race strategy on the mistakes of others. You just got to do the best you can do and let the race come to you. Whew. My knuckles hurt. I'm gripping the wheel so hard.
That last lap was at 2:11.32.
Just focus on those exits. So if you do that, by the time you get to the next braking zone, they'll just be too far behind. Do not hit those orange curbs, otherwise it'll be the DDF space program. And I'm not wearing my Kerbal t-shirt today, so I can't do that. I'm not licensed to do that. But it's such a fine balance. You have to kind of aim for them, slide the rear, and hope the car doesn't hit them.
The car in front of us is Carroll.
Good exit there. We're dropping him behind quite a bit. He's 1.5 back now. He got a terrible exit. I'm focusing so much on slow in, fast out right now, and thankfully I am still fast out, because if I was slow in, slow out, it wouldn't really be working. Whoa! No, no, no. Come on, come on, Porsche. Don't go around on me. The back end of this thing, it just wants to drive in reverse. Maybe it was secretly built as a front-wheel drive car and it just got confused. I don't know. I bet Porsche drivers go to sleep and have nightmares about locking the rears, because I think I'm going to do that tonight. Imagine if you drove one of these in an Enduro, you'd just be a nervous wreck by the end of it. I mean, in a sprint race like this that's only 13 laps, it's not too bad. You know, I can get behind it.
Session. You're a second off the pace in sector 3. The gap to Hansen behind is increasing. It's now 1.4.
It doesn't look like that in the mirror. He was a lot closer in turn 1 then. I feel like I'm missing something. Either on the brakes or just the fundamental way you drive this car, because I can kind of get the lap time out of it. Ish. But everyone else is just faster than me at different parts of the circuit. Like, it's always in the brakes. And that's kind of a recurring theme in iRacing. Brakes are definitely my weak point. Again, we get a better exit, 1 second behind. 1.5, we're gapping him down the straights and losing in the brakes. Third place guy is 12 seconds down the road. Wow, yeah, even if he did have a wobble, it'd have to be a major one. I'd love to know your thoughts in the comments. What do you think's going on here, guys? Let me know. What am I missing here? Like, I know it's not an easy car to drive, but there's something just not right. Like that corner then, that left-hander. If I got on the brakes harder, the rear would have span round. If I turned more, the car would have span round. If I brake earlier, it just seems like I'm going into the corner way too slow. If anything, it feels like I'm going into the corners way too slow anyway, but also it feels like...
The guy ahead has just done a 209.07.
It just doesn't... Yeah. I haven't quite figured this out yet, but I am enjoying this. This is awesome fun. It just feels alive, but in a completely different way to something like the Radical, you know?
20s. Good consistency. Keep them coming.
Because the Radical, you've really got to push hard and use the downforce. Whereas this is the complete opposite. You can't push hard. You just got to be a smooth operator. You basically got to be Carlos Sainz. Horrible sequence of corners. He's a lot closer behind now. He's within a second. Oh! He's within half a second now. He's going to go for the dive. I know it. If he gets past, he will bolt down the road. He's flashing those lights as well. I'm not going to defend him because he's so much better on the brakes. In fact, I am going to defend him. He's going to have to go the long way around. Use the old JB hold the apex technique there. Oh, I thought he was going for it then. Gave him a bit of space just to be safe. He chickened out of it. It's coming alive now.
Okay, don't let this guy distract you.
You say that, but look at the size of him in the mirror as we're about to finish lap 8 here. Oh, this is nerve-wracking. He's going to send it into turn 1, I know he is. 3/10 behind.
Last lap time was at
Whoa.
2:11.91.
And if he does, so what? 5th is still good.
Sector 1 is 0.9 off the pace.
Oh no, lock the brakes.
Far left. Still there.
Let him go.
Clear to the left.
Let him go. Lift off, let him go.
Defend harder.
There's no way. Going into the S's side by side because I've locked up and now my tyres are way too hot. Damn. Oh. I was hoping to hold on to that. Not all hope is lost. It's lap 9 of 13. Let's see if I can learn something by following him. See if I can pick something up from his lines. Maybe even a slipstream. Maybe he might make a mistake. Maybe the pressure will get to him. It's not over until it's over. But now that I've got no one harassing me behind.
Hey Miguel, next time try not to serve your slowdown penalty in front of me on an apex. Return, please.
Maybe now not being harassed from behind, I can actually focus on hitting my marks and not looking in the mirror and defending all the time. Maybe the pace will come back to me. I can dream, right?
Come on, Dan. Push, push, push. We can catch this car.
Do you know what, Spotter? Normally when you say that, I don't believe you, but I do today. I actually believe you, because he's not pulled away too much. I think we were just a lot slower in the brakes. Alright then, focus lap. Headphones on, audio up, here we go. Maximum concentration. Woo!
The driver in front of us is Hansen.
Well, I wouldn't say he was that good looking, but whatever. I've ruined my quiet lap already. Sorry. Okay, more quiet. Silence. Come on, Dan.
You fucking idiot. You did that all to yourself, Miguel. Thank you for the 4X.
The gap to Hansen in front is now 1.9 seconds.
Duncan Jones, obviously not very happy over the comms. I mean, if it's any consolation, at least I like that film he directed. What was it, Moon? With Sam Rockwell.
0.86.
Actually, I don't think that's the same Duncan Jones. Now you mention it. But this is iRacing, you never know. My quiet lap didn't really have the effect that I wanted it to have. I didn't really catch the guy ahead. But then again, it wasn't a proper quiet lap, I guess, so flawed logic there. Oh. Come on, rear. Oh, I've got heat in the tyres. I can feel it. Yep. It's a slidey boy. Porsche just gonna Porsche. And Ernesto. Oh, not Ernesto, just Ernest. It's only a couple of seconds back. Back? Is he behind or is he back, Dan? Make your mind up. He's one of the two. He's, yeah. So we got lap 11 that we're on, and then 2 more. So, I gotta maybe think about defending on the final lap. Or maybe I could just think about driving these laps cleanly and not even giving him a chance. How's that for strategy? Like I said before, guys, it's not over until it's over. But if you are enjoying it so far, don't forget to leave the video a like, share your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe, because I don't think this is going to be my last Porsche Cup race. I feel like I've only just scratched the surface, and to get a proper opinion of it, I'm going to have to really just... I'm going to have to do some serious races in this thing to understand it, because I'm kind of driving so cautiously right now because I just don't quite trust it.
That was 211.95.
Yeah, I just don't trust it yet. But it is a lot of fun. No. Oh, that was so close to a bin. That was probably within 0.1% of the maximum slip angle threshold in iRacing. Because I've done that so many times before in practice and not saved it. Whoa. I should really invest in a heart rate monitor, get like a Fitbit or something and put that BPM on the screen. I think that'd be almost as fascinating as the driving sometimes. The frustrating thing is he's not pulling away. But then again, I'm not exactly setting the world on fire, so it's kind of cancelling out in the middle. One last push, come on, Dan. But don't get sucked into the iRacing trap of, let's push a little bit harder, and then you bin it. This is so easy to do in iRacing. You actually go faster by driving what feels like slower most of the time. If you push, you bleed time, because slides equal time loss. Oh, I missed that apex. Last lap. He's so tantalizingly close. He's within a second. Come on. One mistake, Matthias.
One more lap to go. Your lap time.
That's all it takes.
5.5. Okay, Dan, that's good consistency. Keep it up.
Okay, I'm tryharding now. It's one of the benefits of wearing this VR headset, is you don't see me pulling stupid faces when I'm trying to concentrate. You just get this one stupid continuous face. We're getting closer. The fuel lights come on as well, but we're good. We're getting a lot closer. We're still within a second.
The gap to Hansen ahead is now.
All he has to do is outbrake himself once. Final lap showdown. Can he get back into that first of the non-podium finishes, the Hulkenberg position? It's very slow there. Oh, so close! Come on, come on! Oh no, he's got a much better drive here. 2 corners. Come on, Dan. Come on, Dan. Come on, Dan. No. Woo-hoo-hoo!
Right side, clear right.
Awesome race, Matthias.
Well done, mate. Good finish.
Woo! Oh, that was so close. Really enjoyed that, mate. Thanks. Good on you. Whoa, well that's one way of learning in the Porsche 911 GT3 Cup car, is you get someone like that to drag you along, basically. I could see what was happening as soon as he moved to the left to defend that. I knew I had to get the over-under on him, and if the start-finish line was just a bit further down the straight instead of this ridiculous tradition that all these modern circuits have of putting the start-finish line right after the final corner, maybe I would have had a chance. Whew. That was a lot of fun. That really came alive towards the end. I need to take a break after that. That was awesome. First thing I've just realised, that guy's name was Duncan James, not Duncan Jones. One of the benefits of wearing a VR headset is everything gets a little bit pixelated and you can't really make out the letters sometimes. So that joke I made about the moon film halfway through has been completely rendered irrelevant. Anyway, let's go and have a look at the replay, shall we? Okay, so here we are on the starting grid. We get a decent start. We get a little bit of bog, and I'm holding it on the outside here. You can see old mate in the white car. He's thinking about it. He's thinking about it. He sends it in deep, and oh, we were so close to getting cleaned up from in front and behind there. But I guess that's what Gustavo Fring does to the luck of your car. You just escape these situations. Rocking the Los Pollos Hermanos livery here because I can. Because I love myself a little bit of Breaking Bad. So let's have another quick look from his perspective. You can see me on the outside there. And yeah, he's just gone in just a little bit too deep. And now he's turning in, he's braking as much as he can. And I don't know. That's one of the things about having super wide corners like this, you know? Everyone can take all of these different lines. You can take a slow in, fast out. You can try and maximize the apex. Or you can, you know, you can brake late, take a late apex and dive someone up the inside. They're all going to meet in the middle. And on the first lap, when you have 14 cars in very close proximity, you're bound to have accidents. As opposed to having racetracks where there's like one line. There's lots of lines that work here, and that just makes it difficult. Okay, so here we are on lap 4, still holding 4th, and this is when I had a little bit of a wobble, and then the guy behind was a lot closer than he'd ever been, and he did either overshoot or something happened here. Let's have a look, see what happened. See what happened to him. Oh, he got punted from blue! And that's actually the guy that sent it into turn 1, so now he's been punted himself. That's a bit clumsy. I don't know, I mean, blue's got plenty of space. Oh, they just missed their braking point by a mile! I was so close to being caught up in that as well, because those two, if they were going just a little bit faster or just a little bit closer to me, then they would have dominoed into me as well. Okay, now we're on lap number 8 out of 13, and this is where it all starts to go wrong for me, holding in 4th position. Because I missed this apex here by a mile. Start to slide the rear. Give Matthias behind one hell of a run. And I think he flashes the lights around about now as well. Yeah, just in the DRS zone, flashing the lights saying, I want to get past. I could have confused him for JB there. So I move to the inside and defend. Try and make him go the long way around. And if I didn't, he would have sent it up the inside and it would have been immediately over. By going to the inside, I can control the apex speed here. Now he pokes it up the inside. I think he's going for it, so I don't turn in where I was normally going to turn in there. and again lose a stack of time, which also overheats the tyres with the sliding, making it difficult to get this apex. That's the thing with this Porsche, you have one little problem. The whole thing compounds and just escalates, and I've missed the apex here as well. He's holding it a lot tighter than I am. He's right in behind me. He gets a much tighter run through the final corner, and then heading up the hill towards turn 1, he pokes it to the inside. I think he's going for it. I miss my apex again. It's all slidey. It's all slidey. He's ghosted me. He didn't actually have to overtake me. That's called psychological warfare right there, and I fell straight for that. And instead of going side by side through this corner, I decided just to back off, give him the place, regroup, and get back on with it, because at that point, I was like, yeah, I've got way too much heat in the tyres. And again, I'm overshooting my apexes here. I just needed to calm it down for a few laps, just regroup, and launch another attack, which I did eventually do at the end of the race. So yeah, we're on the last lap now, lap 13 of 13. I don't know if he just had a bad lap, or whether I just managed to just switch it on, but that gap shrunk massively. Where you can see that gap's getting closer, and it's even closer now. It's within a second, and he kind of takes a weird defensive line in the middle of the road here. A little bit too defensive, because he lost a stack of time on the exit, and then look, he's had another little wobble here as well. Just on exit. I do as well. I have a sympathy wobble, and it's within half a second now. And at this point of the race, I realized that there's no real overtaking opportunities. I have to try and get a cutback or a switchback on him. He's holding it much tighter again, and I realized, right, nail this one and try and cut back from the outside. And at this point, when he goes defensive, I'm like, right, yes, this is my chance. Get that apex. Get the power down. Where's the finish line? There's the finish line. There's not much in it, really. Look at that. There is not much in that at all. Anyway, let's go and check the results out, and let's see how small that gap actually was. Oh, it was under 0.2 of a second. Congrats to Anton for the win, and also, actually, congrats to Matthias. You can see that he got an instant level up, so he is now a B-class driver. But yeah, we were actually the cleanest driver in that race with 0 incident points. No off-tracks, remarkably no off-tracks on a circuit that is so easy to pick up an off-track on, but yeah, 0 incident points. Car number 8, started in 6th, and finished 5th, so we're getting closer to 2K rating, and up to 1944, gained 35 though, and no gain on the safety rating because I've maxed that out. It is 4.99. So all I need to do is do 2 more races in B license, and I will get an A promotion, which is actually just bizarre to think about because I've only just started the new season. This is my 2nd race. Well, actually, no, this is my 3rd race. Sorry, I did 2 in the Formula 3.5 at Suzuka. This was a C license race, it doesn't count. I'm getting all confused now, guys. But can you blame me? My brain is scrambled after trying to keep hold of this car. And I'm so glad that people suggested it because I really did enjoy it. But I'm going to drive this many more times because I just don't feel like I get it yet. I feel like the car drove me, I didn't drive the car. And I need to fix that. Because if you want to be fast in one of these things, you need to have the confidence in it to push. That is where you get a second a lap over the course of the race. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed that race. If you did, don't forget to leave a like, share your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe to see more, because I'll be doing more of that. Some Formula Renault 3.5, some VRS GT3 races, and some radical SR8s. But for now, look after yourselves, and I'll see you all again real soon.